Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the WHS Network live here on YouTube.com. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana, the first round of the 2020 IHSAA Class 2A Sectional 40 Volleyball State Sectional here this evening as we have the 14-8 Lapel Bulldogs taking on your 22-5 Wapahani Raiders here tonight. We'll go ahead and get right into things with our next Home Elite Real Estate Raiders Live pregame show. The Raiders, you come off of a week last week. Didn't fare too well, but ended it on the right note. Got a big win on Saturday. Went 1-1 during the Belmont invite, if you will. Lost to Belmont and then defeated Leo in 4 sets. So that's big time for the Raiders to come back and be able to put a great game together for themselves and to get a big win over a very tough opponent such as the Leo Lions. It's got to be definitely a build of confidence here for this team. And, coming off of a regular season where, really we, for the most part, was extremely successful, had a lot of great games and won, beat some good teams as well, along the way. We had some losses there towards the end. It was very unfortunate how things turned out there, but still got us in the win column again to end it. Now you come in here to tonight's ball game, and it's the start of a brand new season. So everybody comes in 0-0. Anybody can be beaten any given day, and it's win or go home. All throughout the state tournament here. So the stakes are definitely high. Each point is even more crucial than what it might normally be in the regular season, or at least it might feel like that. But you got to simplify the game as much as possible. Don't let some of that hype and extra energy get the best of you. If anything, use it to your advantage and come out here and hopefully execute on any opportunity you might have throughout the ball game here. And not only that, but you got to focus in on the things that got you here that you was able to do correctly, build off the strengths, and then hopefully we're able to correct the weaknesses as the season has went along here. And you got to bring the energy though here tonight. Obviously the energy, just the overall aspect of playing state tournament volleyball, the energy from that alone is already there. But feed off the energy, harness it, and hopefully come out here ready to go from the very start and ride it throughout the ball game. And hopefully can come up with a big win, because this Lapel team, a pretty talented group of young ladies right here. And so we're going to go ahead and take a look at our Raiders Live pregame stats here this evening. When you break it down between these two teams, now, again, credit, Wapahani ended up playing, close to 7 more games or so, 5 or 6 more games more than what Lapel did. So there's going to be a little bit of a difference there from a statistical standpoint, but the Raiders 1,027 kills to Lapel 650. Obviously the hitting percentage is what it is. Lapel wasn't very accurate when it came to hitting, but again, start of a brand new season, you never know what can happen. Blocks, the Raiders have them there, obviously led by the two-headed monster there in the middle with Cameron Wise and Cadence Brewer. Then, you got your digs very close when it comes to that statistical category. Only Wapahani edges them out by 46. And then assists, the Raiders 972 to the Bulldogs 627. And then serving aces, again, right about relatively the same there. There's 30 ace difference, but that can potentially be made up within those 6 or so games difference that there is between Wapahani and Lapel. So again, those are our pregame stats here tonight. Very similar, I think, in some ways. They do have some big-time hitters. Lapel does. One of those is Ashlyn Allman, a young lady you got to really focus in on here. 220 kills on the season. Another young lady really to take a good look at here. Well, actually 2 of them from behind the service line. Emma Jackley with 41 aces. Avery Bailey with 53 of them. And, it's going to be a tough group to play up against. Wapahani again without Mallory Summers. Very unfortunate, what happened to her right there towards the end of the season, but seems to be doing a little bit better here. I'm not going to, exactly go into great detail because that's not for me to tell what went on there, but just know that Mallory, we're praying for you, and hopefully things turn out great for you, especially in the long run, and are able to do everything you look to do throughout your senior season here, and even continuing on after that. So we'll be praying for her as well. Layla Lee back tonight for Wapahani. That's extremely important. Obviously, still no Emily Stewart. That's another young lady that has continued to fight through injuries here, but unfortunately, I think that's kind of a foregone conclusion this season. She will not be able to suit up, at least from what I know of. I don't want to completely speak out of terms there, but from what I know, Emily Stewart will be done for the year this season. So nonetheless, we got what we got. We got a strong group here in this Wapahani Lady Raider volleyball team, and we're eager to get things going here tonight. So we'll step aside here for a break. Again, this has been our Raiders Line pregame show presented by Next Home Elite Real Estate. We'll be back here again. We have the national anthem as well as tonight's rosters. Again, for this evening's opening round matchup of the 2020 IHSAA Sectional 40 volleyball tournament right here from Raider Gymnasium.
Hi, I'm Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Next Home Elite Real Estate's primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, I provide consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a marketing plan that provides superior service to all of my clients without compromise. For any and all of your real estate needs, contact me, Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546.
Raider Nation, welcome back live from the WHS Network. Trying to get back on here as soon as possible. Had to, again, take care of all of my PA announcing agenda. But now we'll take a look here at tonight's teams again for this evening's first round matchup between the Lapel Bulldogs and your Wapahani Raiders. Start off here with the Bulldogs. Number 1, Emma Jackley. Number 2, Emma Anderson. Number 3, Sophia Jackley. Number 4, Avery Bailey. Number 5, Madeline Carpenter. Number 6, Miley Carpenter. Number 7, Alexis Anderson. Number 8, Michaela Smethers. Number 9, Marilyn Landis. Number 10, Gwyneth Fisher. Number 12, Elizabeth Stern. Number 13, Ashlyn Allman. Number 14, Madison Ake. And number 15, Annalie Still. The Bulldogs are coached by Hillary Eppert. Now for your Wapahani Raiders, we have number 2, Reese Baker. Number 3, Lauren Rich. Number 4, Gracie Stanley. Number 5, Briley Felton. Number 6, Ashton Zitgraff. Number 7, Chloe Cook. Number 8, Madeline Rhodes. Number 9, Mallory Summers. Number 10, Alayla Lee. Number 11, Macy Bowden. Number 12, Cameron Wise. Number 13, Lauren Luce. And number 16, Cadence Brewer. The Raiders, again, coached here by Katie Weir, assisted by Paige Williamson, Lindy Davis, Madison Mangus, and Caitlin Riddle. All right, folks, most important time of year has arrived right here live on the WHS Network as we get tonight's game underway with Briley Felton back to serve. Again, your officials here this evening. Up top on the referee stand, that is Jim McGinnis. Down refereeing, Miss Mary Goff. Your line judges here tonight, Bobby Bohr and Mike Halford. Cut across there, that was number 2, Anderson. Back at her here. Dug by Felton, and a little miscommunication. And Lapel will take point number 1 of the evening. So back to serve here for the Bulldogs is number 7, Alexis Anderson, comes in for the first time tonight. Number 1, Emma Jackley back to serve, handled by Zitgraff. Good hustle there from Bowden just a moment ago. On the attack there was number 13, Allman, again coming into the night with team high 220 kills. So tied here at 1. Now we'll have number 12, Cameron Wise, back to serve here for your Raiders. And we're sure to appreciate everyone for joining us here tonight. Again, the start of a brand new season is Cameron Wise. We'll serve that one into the net now 2-1. Lapel with number 10, Gwyneth Fisher now in and on the floor here for the Bulldogs. Number 2, Emma Anderson back to serve. Nice handle there by Zitgraff. That's going to be an ace. Again, Emma Jackley with 41 aces coming into the night. Oh, pardon me, that is Emma Anderson. Excuse me, she has 24 aces coming into the night. And there's another one. So great start here for the Bulldogs. Obviously not so much here for Wapahani, but we're only 5 points into this thing overall. Well, he wouldn't be pushing the panic button, obviously. That's Cadence Brewer. We'll get one to fall in there. A little bit of an open space there on the left side of the floor. So now 4-2 here with Lauren Rich now in for Ashton Zitgraff. And Macy Bowden now back to serve. Handled there by number 4, Bailey. On the attack was Allman there. Bowden with the dig. Now Felton sets it up to Cook. And that's going to be a kill for Chloe. And so the Raiders back-to-back points. Again, Lauren Rich playing such a vital role these last 4 or 5 games now with the absence of Mallory Summers. Again, we're not going to get into all of that because I don't really feel that that's for me to talk about. That's more of a personal issue, family matter. And Cook will hit that one just out of bounds. So 5-3 now with number 6, Miley Carpenter. In the ball game here for the Bulldogs, and now back to serve. nonetheless, there, you have likes of Warren Rich, I think, that's really done a pretty good job the last 4 or 5 games here. Trying to do the best she can. Again, kind of really filling a role. And, that's what I even said during like the last few games of the season there is Gracie Stanley now comes into the ball game for the first time tonight. Also Cadence Brewer in here. You have Bradley Felton, Rich, Bowden, and Baker. But it's important, especially for these junior varsity players, that they stay ready and that they stay hungry, because you never know when you're going to be called upon. And, Rich has been dressing throughout the season here, and her number is called upon, and she's expected to come out here and perform at the highest level. And I think she's done a pretty good job here so far, which is very, it's great to see, to be quite honest, because especially how young she is, coming in as a freshman, getting thrown right into the fire against some very good teams. And she's handled it rather well, and I think a lot of credit goes to not only her, the maturation, but her teammates as well. That's what it's like to be a team. You gotta come out here and play together and build each other up. Nice job there from Stanley Felton, back on the attack and finds that back line. The Raiders now 7-5 lead, 4 unanswered here from Wapahani, as number 9, Marin Landis, will now coming to the ball game for Lapel. Again, Stanley still back to serve. Another real nice serve, nearly an ace, and miscue there is Wapahani will continue to mount some momentum here. Another fine serve, a diving action on that one by Gracie Stanley. An ace, and the Raiders now with 6 consecutive points. It's down 5-3. Handled there by number 3, Lapel. Felton back on the attack, trying to find the left corner. Bowden now to Brewer. Handled there by Emma Jackley. Now Fisher gets involved. Bowden now on to Rich. Yes! Warren Rich with a kill. And it's 10-5 Wapahani. On the attack there, that was Elizabeth Stern. Bowden with a back set to Felton and just out of bounds here on the near side. And now 10-6 here with number 8, Michaela Smethers. Seeing her first action of the evening for the Bulldogs. Back to serve now. The Raiders ahead here by 4. And tonight's opening set again here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium. And this hit from Brewer will now make it a 10-7 affair. There's Felton. Bowden on to Rich. Yes! Another one falls in for Lauren Rich. As Cameron Wise will return to the floor for Wapahani. Now Reese Baker back to serve. Another fine serve this time from Baker. Fisher on the attack. There's Stanley to dig it out. Bowden sets it back to Felton. Mishandled by Jackley. That's going to be a kill for Felton. And the Raiders, again, trying to put some distance between them and the Bulldogs. Lapel started off hot. They was really trending in the right direction here. The Raiders, not so much, but since then, it's been majority Wapahani. Handled there. Bowden now on the Wise. Bringing the hammer. Mercer. 13-7 Wapahani, and the Bulldogs will take a timeout. First charge timeout here of the evening, and we'll go ahead and stick right here with you. with our Kenshaw Properties game break. Again, Wapahani with a 6-point lead into the timeouts. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors here tonight. Big thanks to our pregame sponsor this evening, Next Home Elite Real Estate. Their primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, Austin Rich provides consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a market plan that provides superior service to all of his clients without compromise. For all of your real estate needs, contact Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546. So again, returning out of the timeout here, Reese Baker back to serve here for your Wapahani Raiders. And into the nets. So now number 5, Madeline Carpenter, in for Lapel. And that will now be an ace. Again, anticipation. You've got to get up on that one. Can't fall back on the serve right there. Kind of, you could tell it's on her back heels. Fine dig there from Smethers, blocked by Wise. Jackley now on to number 12. That was Stern with the kill. Anderson on the attack. And the Raiders will take the point right there, now make it a 4-point lead. And returning to the floor here for the Raiders will be number 6, Ashton Zitgrant. And another service error. I think that's already our 3rd or 4th here in the first set. Something that really we weren't accustomed to majority of the season. I thought really we did a nice job from behind the service line, but these probably the last 3 or 4 games here hasn't been too pretty for us behind the service line. A variety of errors. And there's going to be another ace. So again, still back to serve here, Avery Bailey. Again, coming into the game anyway, she had a team high 53 aces. As we'll have a timeout now taken by Wapahani. And we'll go ahead and step aside here for a quick timeout. Again, it's Wapahani 14, Lapel 13. We'll be back right after this break. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. They had to make another quick announcement there, so apologize. Another ace coming right back out of the timeout, so Lapel has managed to put 4 consecutive points on the board here for themselves to tie it up. Bowden sets it to Wise. Inbounds, riding the line. So big kill from Cameron Wise as Chloe Cook will return to the floor here for Wapahani. Again, Briley Felton back to serve. The Raiders ahead by 1, 15-14. And that's going to be blocked by Wise after Emma Jackley tried to punch it across. So no luck there for that young lady. Wise comes up with a big block, and the Raiders now ahead by a pair. As we look to try to expand this lead again, things have kind of fell by the wayside a little bit. We're now trying to pick it back up again now with a 3-point lead after the ace from Felton. Set on up there, hit across by Anderson, Felton, Bowden, Cook, yes! Cook with the kill, and will put the Raiders back ahead by 4. Handled there by Smethers, set on to Anderson. Baker gets there, Felton trying to find the ball there and couldn't get to it in time. So now number 7, Alexis Anderson, will reinstall herself back into the rotation here for the Bulldogs. Handled by Ziggraf. Here's Bowden, sets it on to Cook. Trying to find that back corner there. Back to Anderson one more time and right down the heart of the floor. Right in between everybody there and back to a 2-point lead. Again with Jackley back to serve. Wise with soft touch over the net, inbound, sneaks it right over the extended hands of the Bulldog blockers. It's a very much needed point there as Cadence Brewer will return to the floor here for Wapahani. Wise back there to serve. Allman there and hit over by number 5, Madeline Carpenter. Cook on the attack. She's ready to work. Brought the hammer and nailed that one to the floor as the Raiders back to a 4-point lead. Another timeout taken here by Lapel. And again, we'll go ahead and stick right here with you. This will be our Kinshaw Properties game break. Again, some more sponsors we'd like to thank here this evening. Big thanks here to Kinshaw Properties, a proud sponsor of the WHS Network, owned by Kendra and Shane Franks. Kinshaw Properties is a Muncie-based company that offers Muncie area rental homes. For more information, check out their website at kinshawproperties.com. And you can contact them at 765-356-1340. Also, another big thanks to Kara J. Wolf, DDS-PC, located at 3915 Wheeling Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Make your appointment now to receive great care and leave with a pristine, beautiful smile. You can contact them at 765-288-1560. And again, their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So back to volleyball here. Again, Cameron Wise back there to serve just a moment ago. Bowden sets it on to Cook. Nice job as Anderson gets there in time. Now Wise does the same. Back to Cook. Yes, ma'am. Another one right at the backside there again. I believe that was number 4, Bailey, unable to get to it in time. A real nice shot by Cook. Again, didn't put a lot on it there. Great court vision there from Briley Felton. Watches that one sail out of bounds. That was missed hit by Alexis Anderson. So again, the Raiders in the driver's seat here. Went on a 8-2 run. And will they get it over? They will not. Some miscommunication. And so the Raiders keep on here. So now a 9-2 run. Again, it was tied at 14. Remember correctly there, the Raiders had a 14-10 lead. And then Lapel 4 unanswered. And really for the most part, it's been all Wapahani throughout the rest of the way, which is very, very good to see and very important for them to have that momentum swing back in their favor here. Is now at set point. Off of the miscue there on behalf of the Bulldogs. Again, Cameron Wise back here to serve. That was handled there by Landis. Tipped over Anderson. Now Wise, Bowden, Brewer. Yes, and the Raiders win it here in set number 1. Off the kill from Cadence Brewer. So much better there towards the end. Kind of started off, not exactly the way you'd hoped, but got it together, and that was a big win there for us to open up tonight's ball game. So, folks, we'll step aside here for a break. Again, this will be our Kinshaw Properties game break. We'll have the second set coming to you live right here from Raider Gymnasium right after these messages. All right, folks, welcome back live here on the WHS Network. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillis, alongside here with my cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, we sure do appreciate everyone for joining us here tonight for the opening round of the 2020 Class 2A Sectional 40 Volleyball Tournament, again between the Lapel Bulldogs and your Wapahani Raiders. Now, the winner of this game will then move on to play on Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m., at least as of right now, it's 2 p.m. That will be against the winner of Alexandria and Winchester, which those two teams will face off here in just a little while following this game. So we'll obviously know, obviously whoever wins this game here tonight, which again, Wapahani up 1-0, but still a long way to go. Anything can happen, but just got to keep the pedal to the metal here and ride the momentum. Started playing a lot better there towards the end of the first set, so hopefully that's a good omen for us throughout the rest of this ball game here. So Wise will get it over a free ball here for Lapel. Let's see if they're able to use it. Nope, blocked there by Wise. Nice job there, Zitgraf, Bowden, Wise, yes! And the Raiders take a 1-0 lead to open up the second set. So Cadence Brewer again will return to the floor here for the Raiders. Got Cameron Wise back to serve. Again, Cameron, big asset from behind the service line. 66 aces coming into the night. Team leading 66 aces. Good ball there from Macy Bowden. A little trickery right there. Just sets it right over the nets. Keeps the defense off balance there. And again, it's nice to throw in little shots like that. Like I said, keeping the defense off balance, not knowing exactly where you're going to go. As number 2, Emma Anderson will collect the kill and get the Bulldogs on the board here for the first time in set number 2. Again, that would be number 4, Avery Bailey, back to serve. And as I mentioned earlier, team high 53 aces throughout the regular season. Brewer on the attack, dug out there by Smethers. Anderson tips it into the net. After the miss hit there, now 3-1 Wapahani with Lauren Rich Back out onto the floor for Ashton Zitgraff. And now Macy Bowden will be back to serve. Handled there by Carpenter. Tried to get that tipped over by Allman. Was met there at the net by Brewer. And now a 2-hit call on Lapel. Great serve there as that one was shanked off to the right side. Luckily, Bailey got there to it in time. Felton to Bowden on to Cook. Yes. Chloe Cook. Again, finding some open real estate there. Just off the arm of Smethers and out of play. Got to continue to apply the pressure right off the serve, and that's exactly what the Raiders do right there. Another ace. Again, during the regular season, the Bulldogs had 1,122 serve receptions. Of those 1,122, 122 of them were reception errors. So if you can apply some pressure behind the service line, obviously that's always key at any point during a game, no matter who you're playing against. That's where, obviously, from a serving standpoint, we've got to minimize our errors, get the ball over, keep it in play, make the defense do their job then after that, and hopefully you can find a mistake in there somewhere. Rich on the attack, dug out that time by Carpenter, Madeline Carpenter. And Anderson right back at it again with another kill as Baker sinks that one backwards and out of bounds. Handled by Felton off the serve, set on the Cook right side, dug by Bailey. And that's going to be another 2-hit call, it looks like, and indeed it will be. That's going to be on number 7, Alexis Anderson. Number 9, Marin Landis now returns to the floor here for the Bulldogs. Also Gracie Stanley will return to the Raider rotation. 7-3 Wapahani against Stanley back to serve. And into the net. Little things like that's obviously what you got to avoid. I know it's going to happen from time to time, but I think we've already probably had too many of them throughout the ball game here tonight. Again, I don't mean that with any kind of disrespect, but just calling the game is what it is, as Brewer puts that one down with some authority to get that Raiders lead back up to 4. We'll see Brewer come out, Wise come in, and Baker back to serve. Nicely done there from Baker. That was received there from Bailey. So what the Raiders really lucked out right there is that was mishit. A little too strong on the swing. Landed just out of bounds. Again, the Raiders a little bit more, I wouldn't say comfortable, but starting to expand that lead now. And kind of makes you a little bit more energized, when you're starting to play well and starting to expand that lead more and more here as the Lapel will take a timeout. And again, we'll go ahead and stay with you right here during the timeout for our Kenshaw Properties game break. Another proud sponsor we'd like to thank here this evening, FC Tucker Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis. Let Ted and Joanne be the key to all of your real estate needs. Buying, selling, or investment properties, we get the job done. So call Ted Cook at 765-744-8143 and Joanne Davis at 765-748-1316. Again, that is FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis. I'd also like to send out a big thanks to Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Fannin, and located at 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been servicing the community for over 30 years. So if you have any questions, give them a call at 765-284-2593. Again, that is Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. So again, back out of timeout here. The Raiders ahead by 6 at 10-4. Rich on the attack. That will be blocked by Allman. Now Felton on the right side splits the defenders. Great ball there from Felton. And again, Briley coming into the ninth throughout the regular season, they had 109 kills, which statistically the Raiders had, 5 girls over 100. 3 of them were over 200. And we got a over the line underneath the net right there, and the Raiders take another point away, a free point there, gotta love them. But, that's something I talked about all season long, the depth that we have from a hitting standpoint. That's why it's even more important now than ever with no Mallory Summers. Let's see if how good that depth is here, and so far it's been pretty good. It's got to keep plugging away and working hard and getting after it. Here's Rich. I was able to get one to fall in off the fingertips, and we'll see Ashton Zitgraff back in for Wapahani. Also now in here Avery Bailey for Lapel. And Zitgraff will be back to serve. And that's Wapahani 13, Lapel 5. Second set action here from Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana. And if you are just now joining us, we appreciate you all for watching here tonight. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius, alongside here cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. So number 8, Michaela Smathers, back to serve here for Lapel. And Baker got there in the nick of time. Stanley will get it over for the Raiders now. Jackley sets it on to Fisher. Stanley laying out for it. Bowden now on to Wise. Handled again by Smathers. Baker with the dig. Bowden sets it up. Felton puts it down, but just out of bounds. So back to a Wapahani 6-point lead. Wise just with a soft touch there, nothing special. Lapel will get it over. Nice job there. Quick reaction there from Zitgraff, and Wise makes Anderson wear that one. Big time swing from Wise, and the Raiders back ahead by 7 now with Chloe Cook returning to the floor. Briley Felton back to serve. Great hustle there. Emma Jackley gets there in time and gets it over. Now Cook back on the attack. As the roll continues here for Cook and Wapahani. And cross-court kill on the right side of the floor. And miss hit there for number 12, Elizabeth Stern. And in will come Marin Landis for the Bulldogs. Riley Felton back to serve with the Raiders in control, 16-7. Still's got some work to do here in the second set. Again, gotta keep the foot down here. No letting up. You can't take any points off. That is bringing the energy from start to finish. Cook, as that one was handled by Bailey. Anderson a little too strong on the attack. And so Wapahani now expands it to double digits for the first time this evening. Skipped right off top of the net there by Felton. Fisher on the attack. Deflected up in the air. Zitgraff. Bowden back to Wise on the wraparound. Fisher again on the attack. Again, Zitgraff there. Now throws it on to Cook, left side. I think they might have got away with a 2-hit right there. Bowden with the left hand. Yes. 18-7 Wapahani, and the Bulldogs will take a timeout, and we will take a timeout here with them. With the Raiders ahead by 11 here in set number 2, folks. We'll step aside again. This is our Kenshaw Properties game break. All right, welcome back here, folks. Again, following the timeout, it's Wapahani 18, Lapel 7 here in set number 2 of the evening. Again, I'm Brandon Moore-Villius. Alongside with me, cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, again here from Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana. This is, again, the first round matchup between these two teams, as another one mishit out of bounds by Lapel. But again, the second game of the evening will be featuring the Alexandria Tigers, as they will be taking on the Winchester Golden Falcons, and that's game 2. So whoever wins this game between Wapahani and Lapel will face the winner of Alexandria and Winchester on Saturday afternoon. About 2 o'clock start time for that one. Or actually probably right around 1 o'clock, pardon me. The 1 o'clock start time for that game here, as number 5, Madeline Carpenter, will sub in here for the Bulldogs. Again, down by 11 here, and served into the net. So the Raiders will take that one there with Brewer back in the game. Wise back to serve. That was handled there by Landis just a moment ago. Now Cook. Bowden on the Brewer, and that's going to head into the stands and out of play. So a kill for Brewer. Man, look at the diving action there off of that serve from Cameron Wise. There's a reason why. She had 66 aces on the season. Another one. And dropped right on in there. That was number 12, Elizabeth Stern. And so now number 4, Avery Bailey, back to serve here for Lapel. Well, the Raiders just 3 points away from taking a 2-1 lead. Cook on the prowl. Splits the defenders. Another kill for Cook. Now make it 2 points from the Magic number 25. Now Lauren Rich will return to action here for Ashton Zitgraff. It'll be Macy Bowden back to serve here for Wapahani. Handled by Landis. Now set on to Anderson. Miss hits. Looked like she had the timing down. Just hit right off the side of her hand right there. So nonetheless, here we are at set point for Wapahani. Allman on the attack. Tipped across. Rich lays out for it. Now Bowden sets it up to Cook. Dug that time by Landis. Now Wapahani again on the attack here. It's going to be Cook trying to send one to the back corner. And blocked by Brewer that time, and now a net violation on Lapel. And that's going to end the second set with Wapahani taking set number 2, 25-9. To now open up the night here with a 2-0 lead over the Lapel Bulldogs. So folks, we'll step aside here for a break. Again, we appreciate you everyone for staying tuned in throughout the evening here. Again, we'll see what set number 3 has in store for us. Again, it's Wapahani up 2-0 in tonight's opening round matchup against Lapel. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Hi, I'm Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Next Home Elite Real Estate's primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, I provide consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a marketing plan that provides superior service to all of my clients without compromise. For any and all of your real estate needs, contact me, Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Brandon Morvillius here alongside with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy with our Kenshaw Properties game break. Again, Wapahani leads Lapel 2 sets to none, 25-16, 25-9. As we're about set to open up set number 3 of the evening. Again, we thank everyone for joining us here tonight. We sure do appreciate it and supporting the girls and really even supporting both teams as Felton will serve that one out of bounds. This Lapel team, good group of young ladies, you can kind of tell, and they've kind of fallen on a little bit of hard times here, but pretty tough knit group right here, so it's not going to be easy for Wapahani to finish them off, but hopefully the Raiders are up for the challenge and keep getting after it, again, bringing that energy. And as I said, no points taken off. You've got to bring it on every single point. No kind of letdown. Pedal to the metal all the way. Good serve there from Wise. Again, we have Brewer now in the game. Bowden, Zigraff, very close set to the net. Well, he couldn't do much with it there if you're Cook. So 2-1 there after mistake there from the Raiders. Fisher back in for the Bulldogs. Again, for anybody watching us, that's a Lapel fan. We thank you for choosing us to watch the broadcast tonight. We appreciate your view, and again, good ball game here. I know might not necessarily reflect the score here, but this Lapel team pretty tough team. You come in here at 14-8 regular season, got off to a really nice start to the ball game, but then things just kind of fell off for them as Brewer nails one home. Goodness. Dealing out free facials here this evening is Cadence Brewer. Jackley will get it over. There's Felton. Now Bowden back to Brewer again. This time didn't quite get the flick of the wrists. A little too strong on the shot, and now tied up at 3 here with number 3. Sophia Jackley now back to serve. And a freshman here for this Bulldog volleyball team, handled by Baker. Bowden will set it on to Rich. Another freshman. Fisher will now get it across. Here we go. Set to Cook. Yes! Heck yes! And it's 4-3 Wapahani. Well, the Gracie Stanley returning to the fold here for the Raiders for Chloe Cook. Also Avery Bailey in for Lapel, and Stanley will be back to serve with a Raider 4-3 lead. Handled by Landis. That was blocked by Brewer off the attack from Elizabeth Stern. Baker sets it on up to Rich. Bailey digs it out. Back to Stern again. Now Stanley, Bowden, Felton right side, and that one will fall in. A kill for Briley Felton. And the Raiders off to a 5-3 start here in set number 3 of the evening. Mishandled there, but the Bulldogs really kept at it there, was able to get it back over. And Stanley will get across there for Wapahani. Now Fisher back on the attack. Baker to dig it out. Bowden back set there to Felton. Didn't get a whole lot on that one, headed off the side of her hand. Baker will get there in time again. A little free ball action for Lapel. Punched over by Landis. Now back to Rich, and that time hit into the net, so my oh my. Very long, extended run there for both teams, eager to get that point. As Lapel will come away with it there, we'll have number 8, Michaela Smethers, back there to serve. Again, mishandled. We've got to do a better job. Those, balls like that can't fall in. That's, that's obviously a lot easier said than done, especially coming from me when I'm sitting up here in the stands doing nothing except for talking about a ball game. But we've got to find a way to get to that ball. That can't fall in. And again, that's no disrespect to one certain player. I'm just saying in general. Felton there to receive that serve. Bowden sets it on here to Brewer. Looked like a little miscommunication there at first. As number 12, Elizabeth Stern, just a little soft touch over the net and in play. As the Raiders look to regroup there as they huddled up just a moment ago. Again, it's still Michaela Smethers serving for the Lapel Bulldogs. Again, down 2-0 under Lapel. Bowden will set it on up to Rich. Anderson there to dig it out. Set to Fisher now, and she will square that one up right into the net. As we'll see Cameron Wise return to the floor for the Raiders. Reese Baker back to serve. Handled by Anderson. Jackley on to Fisher. Deflected up in the air. There's Stanley to Baker now to Rich. So Madeline Carpenter back to serve for Lapel. Handled by Stanley. Felton on the attack there is. We'll see Anderson get another to fall in, and Lapel starting to mount some momentum here of their own. Let's see if the Raiders can get that coming to a screeching halt here. We need to find a point. There's Stanley shanked off the left side, saved by Bowden, now on to Wise. Jackley now back to Anderson, blocked by Wise. And we're going to have a lift call on the Bulldogs. So back in for Wapahani, that'll be number 6, Ashton Zitgraff. For Lauren Rich, Zitgraff back to serve again coming into the night. Zitgraff with 29 aces on the regular season. Again, really filling in a big role there as Wise with the full-on extension. Smashes that one to the floor. But Zitgraff, again, I'm sure was definitely going to have some playing time there for her. But obviously then the injury to Emily Stewart early on in the season really had a really nice regular season here for herself. It was so important to have her come out and play the way she did throughout the year. And again, to be able to have the trust of the coaches and the rest of the coaching staff and their teammates, it's so important. And go along with that, and then add in the talent level that she has. This adds to that continued winning recipe here for Wapahani. It's nice to have girls be able to fill in different roles and really not even skip a beat. So under the net was the call there on Wapahani. It'll be number 4, Avery Bailey, back to serve. And into the net she goes, now tied up here at 10. So Chloe Cook returns to the Raider rotation. It'll be Briley Felton back to serve. Jackley sets it on to Allman, and off the left arm of Reese Baker and out of play. Again, Allman really hasn't played too much of a factor in the game here tonight, which is good from Wapahani's standpoint. Again, came into the game with 220 kills on the season. So the Raiders have definitely limited her as much as possible. Wise collects on another attack right there to even things up at 11. Subbing back in there, that's Cadence Brewer. Got Cameron Wise back to serve. 11 all in set number 3, and that's going to be an ace for Cameron Wise. So Landis unaware of exactly where she was on the floor. Again, Wise going right back to that same spot, and the result's exactly the same. Another ace for Cameron Wise. Set to Cook, and another falls in just in front of the outstretched hands of Madeline Carpenter. And so the Raiders have now applied a little pressure here with a 4-0 run. Landis another serve reception there. Anderson on the attack, and miss hit into the nets. And some of the woes coming back to bite Lapel now. Let's see if the Raiders can continue to execute on some opportunities. You've got them down here. Now it's time to kick in the door just a little bit more. And Bailey gets it over. Nice hustle there by Wise. Cook on the attack. Had to really reach back for that one. All right, let's see what the Raiders can do there. Bowden nearly got that one to fall in. Jackley there on the attack. Now Bowden back over to Cook. Dropping the hammer again is Chloe Cook. And that will force the Bulldogs to take a timeout here, down 17-11. The Raiders on a 7-0 run here of really a tough stretch for the Bulldogs. But let's see if the Raiders can keep it going here following this timeout. We'll be back right after this message. All right, folks, welcome back out of timeout. Here again, it's Wapahani 17, Lapel 11 here in set number 3 of the evening. And again, the Raiders in the driver's seat here. Let's see if we can continue the momentum here and ride it on to a victory. Deflected out of bounds off of the hands of Ashlyn Allman. So the kill for Cook. Handled by Bailey. There's Jackley on the Allman, dug by Wise, set on the Cook from Bowden. And that's going to be over the net. There's Bowden was able to get that one tipped back over. Brewer now on the attack. Again, didn't get a lot on it, but did just enough. Put a little spin on the ball and roll right off the young lady's arms and out of play. So another kill for Brewer. And Allman comes right back with a big swing and a big kill. Much need a point there for the Bulldogs to make it a 19-12 affair. We're now with number 2, Emma Anderson, back to serve. And this handled by Zitgraf, sent out of bounds. Felton there now, Bowden on to Cook one more time. Finds the right side of the floor. So the Raiders will get back on the board here. In will come Lauren Rich for Ashton Zitgraf. And Macy Bowden will be back to serve. Fisher mishandled that one as Jackley had to essentially dig that one right off the net. Nothing to show for there for the Bulldogs, as the Raiders are just 4 points away from a clean sweep of Lapel here tonight, and that's an ace, literally finding the corner there with precision for Macy Bowden. That is money. Beautifully placed serve there from Bowden just a moment ago. Jackley on the Allman, blocked! Cadence Brewer with the good old-fashioned stuffing. And returning to the floor here for Lapel will be number 5, Madeline Carpenter. Handled there by Bailey, now set on to Allman. Again, not enough on that one. And didn't get it over, and here we are at match point. 24-13 Wapahani. Jackley sets it to Allman and off of Felton and out of bounds. So the Bulldogs will stay alive here with number 3, Sophia Jackley, returning to the floor. And she'll now be back to serve. Also, the 12, Elizabeth Stern, in for the Bulldogs. So again, still match point. Going to be match point for a little while here for Wapahani. Let's see if we can end it right here. There's Baker. Bowden will set it on to Cook. Nice dig from Jackley just a moment ago. Baker again. Bowden. Brewer. Blocked that time by, that was number 12, as Cook sneaks one in there right on the floor, and the Raiders will win it here in straight sets to open up this state tournament with a first round win against Lapel, 25-16, 25-9, 25-14. So again, Alexandria and Winchester are up next. Again, we're only broadcasting Wapahani games, so for anybody that might be asking or thinking about that, if we're doing any more, that's a no. So, folks, we'll go ahead and step aside here for a break. We'll get our Raiders Live post-game show coming up right after this. All right, folks, welcome back to our Raiders Live post-game show, again presented by Kenshaw Properties. Again, Wapahani with a opening round win here against Lapel, 25-16, 25-9, 25-14. Again, the Raiders are now officially 23-5 on the season. Big win here tonight. Didn't really start out too well. Lapel came right out of the chute. They're really guns blazing. And was playing really well. I think they was out to like a 5-1, 5-2 start there in set number one. But then really after that, it was Wapahani in control for the majority of the rest of the matchup. And, from Lapel's standpoint, I'm sure that was extremely discouraging. From Wapahani's standpoint, that's a great sign of things to come. Because really... we haven't, necessarily been able to get over the hump in some of these games here of late, and for us to come out, didn't get off to a very good start, but was able to climb over the hump right there, get after it, and stay the course, sticking together, playing hard, bringing the energy on every point, and working their tails off, and I believe that we did that and really did a nice job of it throughout the evening here, to where it really didn't give Lapel any type of thinking that they could win this. Wapahani, when we had them down, we kept them down. You didn't give Lapel any kind of breathing room to where they could could make them think that they was going to get back into it. The Raiders had them down, and we kept at it, and we got a big win. Because this Lapel group, again, they're a tough group of young ladies here. A lot of talent there. Had a very successful season for themselves. Nothing to be disappointed about. I mean, obviously, you never want to come out and lose a ball game. But that's a very respectable group over there. Very well coached as well. And so I know the Raiders have a lot of respect for them, and we obviously have a lot of respect for them too, to come out here and got off to a good start. Just unfortunately for them, just couldn't keep it rolling. But obviously, here, if you're Wapahani, that's exactly the kind of game that you was really looking to see, and seeing how we would react to a little early adversity to begin the ball game. And I thought that the Raiders definitely checked all the boxes here tonight. There's still some things. Obviously, you're always going to say, well, yeah, we could have done this better. You can say that about any game. I don't care who you are or where you're playing, who you're playing. I don't care what the case is. There's always going to be things you can do better, just to critique the game. But there was also a lot of things we did good. I thought as the game went along, I think our serving got better. The first two sets, or especially the first set, I think we had maybe 4 or 5 serving errors. I think the second set was probably right around 2 or 3 of them, but then really for the most part, most of the second set and the entire third set, I don't even know if really we had an error the rest of the way. And so that's so important that we do our job from behind the service line. We've got to keep the ball inbounds and get it over the net and make the defense play. Because once that happens, you never know what can happen. You can break down a defense with service pressure and then keep it on them after that and hopefully break down their defense. So a big opening win here tonight for Wapahani. Again, 25-16, 25-9, 25-14. The Raiders, again, improved to 23-5 on the year and advanced to the semifinal round of the 2020 Class 2A Sectional 40 Volleyball Tournament. Semifinal game between Wapahani and the winner of Alexandria and Winchester. Again, that will be a start time of around 12:30, 1 o'clock for that game on Saturday afternoon. Again, the first game will be featuring Monroe Central and Frankton. That will start at 11 a.m. right here from Raider Gymnasium. So again, we appreciate everyone for joining us here tonight. We want to thank everyone, from whoever was watching, whether it be Wapahani fans, Lapel fans. We're very, very appreciative of you staying tuned in throughout the evening here. And we look forward to having you right here on Saturday live on the WHS Network. So folks, until then, a big thanks to all of our sponsors. Again, we can't do what we do without them. So big thanks to Jones Auto Body, Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC Dealership, Next Home Elite Real Estate, Kenshaw Properties, East Jackson Auto Sales, FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook and Joanne Davis, Liberty Perry Alumni Association, and Kara J. Wolf, BDS, PC. Again, all proud sponsors of the WHS Network. So, folks, until Saturday, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy saying good night from Raider Gymnasium.